The Divan. Torqye Pashalu's highest administrative machine. Issues handled at the Divan fall into three categories. Civil and economic cases are discussed and decided with a majority vote by the first convention made up of 42 pasha. Wartime legislation and aqueducts inspections are handled by the second convention and decided by the Buyuk Pasha directly. And the third and most important is the third convention, where the 13 Vezirs convene to decide military and diplomatic affairs, as well as crimes against the state by unanimous vote only. Facile 6. The Council of Generals. We will now hold the Divan. Regarding the Hisar rebellion that occurred on the 25th of Shikar, Shapka Ibrahim Vali. On the 4th day of the Shikar Bayram, you led 1,000 Shurta in an armed rebellion. If you have anything to say about your actions, now is the time. It is as I testified the other day, when presented the choice between letting the hostages burn alive or cooperating with the Empire. As a Vali with over 1,000 troops under my command, I chose to prioritize the lives of my men's families. Zahir Zaganos Pasha. Why is it that during the Shikar Bayram, when traffic in and out of cities is at its highest, you decided to call Ibrahim Vali to Altun, when he should have been guarding Hisar? I thought that this year, with all the Binbashu of the first Aelet gathered in the capital, it would have been a good opportunity to exchange information. In hindsight, I can only say that it was a foolish decision. What? Mahmut Pasha, you do not have the floor right now. Mind your tongue. Moving on. To grill Mahmut Pasha. Let us hear about your decision following the suppression of the revolt. Regarding the future treatment of the Araba clansmen, you want to release them? What? You can't be serious. They are without a doubt the aggressors here. If we let them go without punishment, it will be the same as advertising to our surrounding countries. The Torqye is a nation of cowards. Yes, I am aware of that. However, there are 40,000 Araba clansmen waiting outside the city at this very moment. The only way we'll convince them to give up this crusade and return to the Imperial territory is to set free the clansmen here who know they were deceived by the Empire. Regardless, surely you thought that there was no need to release all of them? No, I did not. If we had harmed even a single one of their comrades, who knows what the Araba outside would have done. In the event that fighting broke out and Araba civilians were harmed, that in itself would warrant criticism from our neighboring countries and give the Empire a chance to take advantage of the situation. No further questions. We will move on to the deliberations. I guess that's the end of that. I can't thank you enough, Mahmut. You're staying here tonight, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Woohoo! In that case, come to my place. We'll drink all, yeah! You two having fun? I bet you are. Alrighty, today I'll play with you too. Like never before in your lives.
Yeah!
Who knows? My head might not still be on my shoulders this time next week after all. By rule of the Divan, all acts of rebellion against the country receive capital punishment. There's nothing more I can do. The Divan will reconvene. If it turns out you set Ibrahim up, then I will never, ever forgive you. Shapka Ibrahim Vali to the Kubi Altu. Hold your tongue, Mahmut Pasha. We're in the middle of the divan. Kayut! Shapka Ibrahim Vali. You will remain in office as Vali of Hisar. You may return to the second floor stands. Zahir Zaganos Pasha to the Kubialtu. Is this you're doing too? No. But I'm so glad. Thank you. But why, regardless of the circumstances, Ibrahim acted against the country? Kayut, Zahir Zaganos Pasha will remain in office. You may return to the Vezir seating. Tagril Mahmud Pasha to the Kubialtu. No matter how you look at it, these decisions weren't made by lawful deliberation. By clearing Ibrahim of his crimes, is the Divan trying to avoid persecuting Zaganos Pasha of his own? What reason could there be to not punish the two who bear the most responsibility? Could it be that war is upon us? Kayut, Tagril Mahmud Pasha. You are hereby demoted from your rank of Pasha. What? Why? Tell me why. Mahmut took back Hisar. The only reason the hostages are still alive is because of him. You will be given the rank of Binbashu and assigned under the 7 Aelits Halil Pasha. You are also under indefinite probation. Why? Do you mean, why you were stripped off your rank as Pasha? Yes. Tell me, why did you become a Pasha? Because I didn't want to watch as wars broke out in places beyond my reach, and took more people who are important to me. In that case, what do you propose the country should do about that? Mahmut, it is the job of a Pasha to think about these things. You rush to the aid of a friend in need. That is admirable. But it is not the highest priority for a Pasha. Even though this incident potentially put Torqye in danger, when you went to save Ibrahim, you forgot that you were a Pasha, didn't you? That is a much greater mistake than you think. The reason you were demoted from Pasha is because you are still too inexperienced for the role. I think it would be for the best if you met more people and saw more of the world. After that, you may return. Wait, please. Halil Pasha is right. I acted on my own behalf, as if it was the most natural thing to do. Despite holding the important position of Pasha. I acted recklessly, without any resolve or sense of responsibility. I have no right to call myself a Pasha. This is a nightmare. A war might be about to break out, yet I won't be able to be there during the decisive moment. Is the country planning to go to war? Unfortunately, since you are no longer Pasha, I cannot answer that. Back then, had the gates of Hisar not opened, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I thought and thought for months and made a plan, only to make a mistake at the very end. And someone like you, who acted only on emotions, ended up saving me from that predicament. However, this time was mere coincidence. It is not because your actions were correct that we were able to derive the best outcome. This is what I use to communicate with spies, who I've sent throughout the continent. It's also the reason I knew about the Empire's movements beforehand. Take it. I knew it! You. Ugh! The threat of the Empire is approaching, and in order to bring that light, Zaganos Pasha used Hisar as a warning, and, despite being vaguely aware of this the whole time, the Divan allowed Zaganos Pasha's reinstatement to power. This is the world I tried to take on. I never thought about Torqye as a whole. I acted as if only I was righteous, when I was only being self-centered. No good, not like this. I'll gladly accept your offer. Just you wait. I'll return here as someone worthy of the title of Pasha. I swear it!